Yo, welcome back everybody. As you guys can see, wideband is still not working. We're gonna try to pull that apart today, but what are we getting into today? We are currently heading to the shop. So yesterday I've decided to clean out my fuel injectors, and it's been a while. The car's been E85 for roughly a little bit over a year now, and you know, I was using some E85 fuel injection treatment, and I thought it was doing a good job, but man, was I wrong. I pulled the injectors out and they were really gross. So when you guys seen in the last video how the car was breaking up a little bit, that was pretty much the cause. You know, the tips of the injectors were pretty nasty. They were gummed up a bit. So if you're running E85 and you haven't just disassembled, you know, pulled your injectors out and cleaned them up, I highly suggest you do it, because I definitely feel like over time with excessive use of E85, you will cause them to gum up, and you will essentially lean out the cylinder because the injector is not going to be firing the way it's supposed to. So definitely. All right guys, we made it to the shop, and this is what we're going to be installing today. These are Whiteline Endlinks. These are sway bar Endlinks for the GTO, and the ones that I'm using with my coilover setup are pretty much toast. It's causing the wheels to click a bunch when I turn. They're not staying tight on the coilover body itself, so we're gonna fix that today. I also probably will be lowering it down a little bit up front, so we get that nice perfect fitment in comparison to the back. The back is slammed. We want to match the front with the back. The only downfall to today was not able to move the trailer, so I got to work around the trailer. Then maybe also drive my Z. The Z's been sitting here for a minute. It needs to be slid. I need to roast these rubbers off of here so I could put the other ones on. We want to put a nice square setup, so that's not going to happen until those things are gone. Look who showed up and brought me tacos.
Hello.
What's up, girl?
Oh, you know, just her.
How you like hanging out at the shop?
It's
like...
nice because we actually have a heater.
All right.
So it's not like as cold as the house. Oh my god, I would like not even dare to go outside.
Yeah, the house is hella cold.
So
But
it's nice because there's a heater here.
So
I'm gonna get a heated blanket too.
yeah, I'm gonna get her one of those battery powered heated jackets. I need to get one of those for work, but yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, she brought me some tacos. She came for moral support. I was a little annoyed when I showed up here, so she's making it better.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, we're taking out the ENDLINK. This guy. It looks like a beefy thing, but I'll show you guys the bushing is pretty jacked up. Let me pull it out first, though. So this is the whole reason I'm switching this out. Look at this bushing. Damn. I have been driving this for a minute, but yeah, this thing is toast. Let's get my wife's input on it.
What is it?
Does that look good to you?
That looks hella broken.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, this bushing was like hella clicking. Actually, look at that thing too.
Dang! Oh my gosh, man, that looks crazy.
Yeah, so as beefy as this thing looks, is no good.
Dang.
It's all good. These were on the car since I got the coilovers. So we'll go to the Whiteline and get those switched out. These ones look like the more material, but yeah, these ones look better. All right, guys, the bushings also look a lot better. They're like a poly style bushing, so these should help a ton. And yeah, I'm hyped to install these guys. Guys, we lowered it down just a wee bit. BB's raised or slammed?
Slam.
All right, my girl. She was disrespecting the GTO for a moment there, but it's okay. What were you doing?
About what?
You're disrespecting the car big time.
What is
Having your
that?
feet all up on the door trim.
Yeah, shut up.
It's all right. She allows me to have these toys, so remember, guys, happy wife, happy life. All right, we got the ENDLINK in. I did lower it down some. Pretty much on these K Sports, to figure out ride height, you can measure the bottom piece in here. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna do the same to the other side. This was a bit of a pain because I have not taken these apart in a minute. And by a minute, I mean like a couple years. All of this needs to be cleaned. It snowed recently, so yeah, the car needs a nice bath. But yeah, new ENDLINKs, Whiteline. The bushings are really nice. I just got to tighten them up, tighten everything up, and we should be good to go. I also added a wee bit more preload on the spring because it was fairly loose. I just got it to where it was snug once we're under pressure, and that is it. All right, the wifey took off home. She was tired. She didn't want to hang out with me because now I get to cut and do a bunch of dumb stuff. This lock washer ended up screwing up, so now I'm stuck. So I had to turn the coil around so I could access it to cut it off. So I had to cut right here, and then I could get this ENDLINK off. Yay! So as you guys could tell, this thing's bent. You see it? So bent, and that guy was toast as well. Oh, the joys of a lowered life. But we got it off, so now I can install the new stuff and lower the coil over just a little bit. All right, so we're about to put in this next ENDLINK. You got this guy like that. The round part goes up. It'll wedge itself, so it's nice and tight connection. Then you tighten it down. You got a lock bolt here, or a lock nut here, and then she should be all gravy. Hopefully you guys can see this. I don't know if you can or not. All right guys, so let me shine the light in here. All right, so I set the preload of my spring at 7.5 inches, and then on the bottom of the coil, you can't really see it, but in the cylinder, I measured from the bottom of the cylinder to the bottom of the sleeve, and it was 1 3/8 inches, and I did that on both sides. So the spring sits at 7.5 and then 1 3/8 inches. Not all coilovers are the same, but this is kind of how you set it up on the K Sport. So when you set it up, like, it's just firm. It's not like super tight. It's just firm, so then you don't collapse the spring. You'll slide this guy in here like that. You guys see that? So this guy will go like this, boom. That guy will go there, and then it sits there nice, right? And I'm gonna adjust this just a little bit. You slide this guy same way in here, just like that. Your metal spacer on top, so then when you tighten it down, it tightens firm. Lock nut, just like that. Lock nut. Right, then you go ahead and tighten them real good. They don't have a torque spec, so just tighten them till they're snug, and then you're all set. And then we'll set the car down and see how she looks. I believed I lowered it roughly about 3/4 of an inch. Nothing crazy, just a little bit lower than it was. I wanted to get rid of the fender gap. So sometimes when I'm talking to you guys, like, I feel like I don't explain good. So if something doesn't make sense, just definitely let me know. Because I definitely feel like sometimes I just don't be talking good on camera. So I'm sure you guys probably feel the same way. Also, really good upgrade for you guys, especially on the GTO. GTO comes with these little baby wheel studs. These ARP wheel studs are a lifesaver, and you can trim them if you want. I chose to leave them. I don't really mind the look of the long studs. So I got some more words of wisdom. Granted, you guys see me doing all this stuff, but if I had to do it over again, instead of doing the Z, I love my Z. I love the GMW. I would have got me a tow truck, like a pickup that I could pull the cars with, so I could go to the events and then had one car, one project, that I could really make awesome. The reason why the GTO is where it's at is because it was the only car for a long time and it got most of the love. Oh no, it's too low. It's too low, my jack is stuck. There we go. The back was pretty much maxed out, but much better. The fitment is much better. You guys see that? That's how I used to run. I'm running like that again. Pretty hyped. Now with that statement I said earlier, I'm at a spot where I could do it now, but man, just being responsible and a responsible adult, we could all have, everybody can have toys, right? Everybody could have hella toys, but if you want to have that thing that you're super proud of, I definitely feel like one race car, one good race car, not 2 halfway race cars, not 3 mediocre pieces of junk, not 4 non-running projects. So far so good. Steering feels a lot better. Yeah, those other ENDLINKs were like clicking real bad when I was driving, like anytime I would make a turn, so it's a lot better. Car feels good. So next on the list to fix on the GTO is number 1. Well, I got 2 major things now to finish, and then the car should be really dialed. 1 would be the Tickmaster cylinder. 2 would be my wideband O2. So once I get those things fixed, then you know I feel really good about everything else again, and the car will be dialed and ready to go for whatever occasion. But yeah, she's feeling really dialed right now. Comment the the T51R mod for the turbo, and I looked that up, and it makes, I kind of want to do it. I don't know if I can, because I just don't know enough about it. I do know that the mod is pretty sick. They do something to the turbo housing to, you know, make the turbo sound a whole lot more aggressive. Now I would love to do that to my car. Clutch. I tried. Boom! I bet you I'd be freaking people out when you see the flame in your rear view mirror. Alright guys, I'm Trey Herrera. Thanks for watching. And if you like this video, definitely share it with your homies. Like, I could use a little bump. I'm not one to really ask for subs and likes, but definitely like this video and subscribe if you're new, if you like the videos. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one.